I quit. Hey, I'm Alexandria, and this is Alexandria's Opus, a place where I share things that I'm going through, my creations, and maybe some of the things I find interesting. Did I mention that I game too? Well, I do. Today we're talking about the Great Resignation, my feelings about it, why I'm participating in it, and some things that you might want to do just in case you are also participating in it. The Great Resignation got its rather cute name earlier this year in 2021, and it basically alludes to the fact that almost 5 million Americans have quit or left their jobs, and each month that number is increasing. So I quit. No surprise there, right? Basically the reason why I quit is because I didn't want to risk my physical, mental, and emotional health by being in an office and spending my own money to commute every day. My job was basically asking me to go to the office in densely populated Chicago to do a job that I had been doing from home for about a year and a half. So essentially it didn't make sense to me, and this is why we're here. Leading up to the day that I was officially let go, I kind of wanted to weigh out the pros and the cons of going. And I tend to do that with a lot of things. So it wasn't like really a surprise that I was also doing it with my job. The amount of mental anguish that I endured and anxiety based off of that decision was enough for me to realize, hey, if something is making me feel this way, like this heavily, then it's probably best for me and it to depart. Almost like a relationship. Kind of felt like I had been in a relationship with my job, and like we were going through this hard breakup period. And I'm super thankful that we broke up. To be honest, I am super thankful that we broke up. Are you thinking about quitting your corporate job? If so, there are some things that you should think about doing before and after you quit. Before I quit, I thought it was super important to do some preliminary things. One of the first things I did was cash out all my employee benefits. So one of the things that my old job offered was that if someone says something nice about you, they have a point-based system. So I cashed all of that out, and I ended up getting an $80 Amazon gift card, which I really love. So I did that. I secured some references. So me and my old managers, as well as my old coworkers, we all really had a really good relationship. I did not mind working with them. So I got my references in order, or at least got their contact information should I need them to speak on my behalf. I also, months prior, opened up an IRA account. I'm not the best person to explain what an IRA is or why you should need one. I'll leave some resources down below from other YouTubers so you can do that. But I opened up an IRA so I could roll over my 401k so that the money that I've accrued over the years, does its thing. One of the things that really concerned me about quitting my job above all else was my health insurance. So my health insurance actually ends at the end of this month. So although I was able, over the course of months, to go to my regular doctor's visits, there were a few that I wasn't able to go to, like my OBGYN and one of my dental cleanings. So essentially all I did was call them and ask them, could I move up those appointments? And I was super lucky because both offices allowed me to do so. So I'm able to get seen before my insurance runs out, which was a huge weight off of my shoulders. Like, you have no idea. But other than that, those are the only things I did before. Just like you do some pre-planning, I believe that you should do some aftercare after you quit your job. So one of the things that I recommend as soon as you quit your job is to return back any equipment that they've sent you. To me, this was part of, well, not only that I have to do it, but it was a part of having a clean break. I tied all my knots together. So they sent me the boxes and the labels, and I sent them back every single thing that they gave me. And in return, they sent me back all my belongings at my desk, which I really am excited to integrate some of those things into like my home life. The next thing I did was take my exit employee survey. The reason why I did so, and I know a lot of people will be like, why did you have to do that, or why would you do that? I'm doing it because the reason why I left my job is basically a reason that, you know, others may have and may not, you know, feel a way to express it. What I'm noticing in the Great Resignation is that a lot of companies are becoming more agile and that they're changing with the times, such as allowing their employees to work from home. So I was pretty frank in my exit survey. I told them, you know, the reason why I didn't want to return, which was basically we're in a pandemic and I don't want to put my body at risk, and also that it's a digital company, like all the software, all the work is digital. I had been doing my job for a year and a half, so you know, why wouldn't I, you know, why would I want to stay at a company that's not being agile? And they preach it to us, so it was like, it was just really weird. Anyway, do your exit survey. Not only will it help other people at your company, it may also help, you know, other prospects. And I do believe in helping, you know, the next person. So as far as the other things I think you should do is rest. And I had to reconcile what rest meant for me. And I mean truly rest. Not resting with things on your mind that you have to get done or other productivity things. Actually rest. So the night I got let go, of course I could barely sleep, but the next day I got so much rest. I felt like I hadn't got that much rest in years, and I probably hadn't, you know, without worrying like, you know, the next day what I had to do for, you know, the job and whatnot. So make sure you rest. Another thing I recommend that you do after you quit is that you start journaling if you don't already. I spent that time reflecting on like everything I had learned at that job, the projects I had completed, and just basically about the overall experience. I also took the time to journal to create or think about creating the life I wanted to live like afterwards. So, you know, the types of things I wanted to accomplish and the things that I wanted to do. So I do recommend that if you quit any job, not even during this time period, that you do those things to make sure that you are okay holistically, and you know, you're practicing good mental health and health overall. If you know anybody that's going through anything similar, hopefully you can share this with them or point them to other YouTubers that have talked about their experience. Although I wouldn't say watching other people made me feel secure, they did comfort me during this time. So thank y'all, everybody who made a I quit or Great Resignation video. I really do appreciate it, and it helped me a lot in my own journey. With that, I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.